Okay, welcome, Larissa.
Hi.
Please tell people who you are and what you do.
My name is Larissa, and I do vocals in Stainless. We're a Portland-based heavy metal band. Mira couldn't be with us today, but I'm here. Hello.
Amazing, awesome. Um, do you tell people like a little bit about your band, just like the kind of music it is and when you started.
Um, we we started about, well, I joined in with the band about a couple years ago now. Um, and we're more kind of like heavy metal, bit of sleazy rock and roll in there, bit of column A, bit of column B.
Mhm.
And yeah, uh we're a bit newer, but we're hopefully releasing some more music soon. So
Yay!
yeah, it's very
Yeah,
exciting.
you
Yeah.
have two singles out right now with your vocals on them, right?
Yes.
I think your
Yes,
vocals are
we
really
do.
cool. Your vocals remind me of Jodie Turner from Rock Goddess, the band Rock Goddess. If you're
Oh,
familiar with
thank
her.
you.
Yeah,
Yes, that's a
and
compliment. Yes.
also kind of like Girl School. So that's where the vocals land. But I,
Amazing. Thank you.
yeah, the music is different though. I think the music is a little more gritty than Rock Goddess. Rock Goddess is
Yes.
like a little lighter. Um,
That's such a nice compliment. Thank you.
yeah, you're totally welcome. And you were in a band before called Halt in Vancouver, is that right?
Yes, I've been in a couple different projects. That one was more synthy gothy, mostly bass driven, no guitar. Um, my first time ever singing, going way back, I think it was 2018. I did a Plasmatics cover set. Yeah,
Awesome.
completely just in electrical tape and underwear, no
Um,
clothing.
mm,
It was very fun. Yeah,
yeah.
fireworks and all. So yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I hope
Yeah.
someone got footage of it.
Yeah. I did the whole sledgehammer on the TV and whatnot. And yeah, I love a good stage performance. So I went with that one for a Halloween show. So that's how I kind of got started with singing. So yeah.
Wow,
Yeah. I did
that's
with a bang.
so that's
Yeah.
like a really cool story because like Pat Benatar discovered that like the cat suit was her look because she dressed as a cat for a Halloween show. And then another guest that was on the show was like impersonating doing an impersonation of, I guess not like the illegal version of Ozzy Osbourne for a Black Sabbath show with like a broken shoulder. So it's just like this is just like how to discover yourself. Um
Amazing.
and also congratulations on reaching your goal for getting an immigration lawyer to stay in the US.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's yeah, that was a huge relief for me because yeah, I would prefer to be here. So this is
Yeah.
definitely my new home. Yeah.
I have two siblings from Brisbane, Australia that immigrated, as well as my older sister's husband who's from Tokyo. So I know
Oh, amazing.
it's a
Yeah,
hurdle.
it's a lot. It's a lot,
Sure
yeah.
it is. Sure is.
Yeah.
Um, and you're also a hair tech. You do some art, right?
Yeah, yeah. I used to do burlesque makeup as well.
Oh, cool.
Which was really fun. So I'd always leave work covered in glitter and hairspray and whatnot. So
Amazing.
yeah, yeah, I used to do that back in Canada. I'm not doing that here, just a bit on the side, but I still do hair from time to time, which is very fun. So yeah,
Very cool. All right.
yeah.
So let's get more into the music. When did you first realize that you loved rock music and you wanted to create more of it?
I first realized, well, I grew up listening to music because of my mom. She always loved Slayer and Judas Priest and a few other odds and ends here and there. And yeah, I mostly got into it due to her. And yeah, I think being a woman in music, I a lot of it's very kind of suppressed in the sense where I didn't think that could be me one day
Hmm.
behind the microphone or behind the instrument or and on stage. So it was a big moment for me to realize, hey, that can be me. I am capable of writing. I am capable of performing. So yeah, I think my first time ever doing karaoke when I was young, I was like that would kind of give me a bit of that spark of that feeling, as cheesy
Hmm.
as that sounds. And then yeah, like I was saying during that Plasmatics cover set, which which was a blast, and we put on a big performance. We had done a couple times. I was like, yeah, I'm ready to actually dive into this and write my own music. And yeah,
That is
yeah,
so amazing. It's
yeah,
very relatable to feel a little bit like stalled to jump into stuff because I think,
absolutely.
everybody gets messages from society no matter what their background is, but women definitely a message that we get is that like you have to like be accepted by the boys club. So like
Exactly. Yeah.
when I
Yeah.
was like 14 and I had a bass and I was like, "Can I play bass with you guys?" It was always, "We don't want a girl in our band."
Yeah. Yeah. I've experienced that myself, so I know exactly where you're coming from. I mean, jokes on them now. So
Yeah. It was it could be very
yeah.
heartbreaking when you're so young to hear it so many times.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Buttheads. Anyway, so like now that we're fabulous rock stars and everything, um, what if your music were a movie soundtrack, what would the movie be about?
Oh, this one was a hard one for me. My brain went automatically like to something post-apocalyptic
Mm,
or something like Streets of Fire or something
uh,
like that. I think yeah, it would be probably like a female 70s street gang like beating up
ooh,
dudes and just something like purely like rock and roll and just yeah, something
okay,
along those lines, I would think.
that
Yeah.
sounds awesome. I'd like to join the street gang. Do they have hot cars?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm just
Yeah,
like,
70s muscle cars and the whole shebang.
so
Yeah.
are the special effects CGI Muppets or like classic special effects?
Classic special effects.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. No
Mm.
CGI.
No
No, there's just
CGI.
there's so much even music videos back in the day, with the work that put into that and just it's incredible.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Maybe more like Switchblade Sisters kind of vibe or something like that, you know what I mean?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
First one that came to mind as you described it was Death Proof.
Yes, there you
Girl
go.
Gang. Like, okay. I love the way this movie
I
sounds.
actually have ridden on the hood of a car like that movie, inspired by that movie. So, yeah, which is
Mm.
hilarious.
Okay, let's
Mhm.
like reenact that with all of the like fireworks and everything else. It'll be a wonderful music video. But if you could collect any three vinyl records of all time, which would you like to have?
Ooh, I'm thinking of ones that I don't currently have that
Mm-hmm.
I love. One I love from beginning to end is Sin After Sin, Judas Priest. I
Mm-hmm.
love it, and I love the album cover is amazing. And that's one that I just simply for some reason don't own yet, but I would love to own that one. What else here? Probably Foghat, the Rock and Roll Outlaws. That's a good album. I
Okay.
love that one. Yeah. And probably Cradle. What's the album name? The History.
Hmm.
So
Okay,
that's
I gotta
a
check that one out. I don't know that one. Okay, so for all the people that think Larissa is really hot, which is everybody, if you're going to a stainless show, you need to bring her one of these named vinyls as tidings to the goddess. That's the rule now. So
That's
you can't come
that's a great role.
in. Yeah, that's the
I
rule.
won't say no to that one.
Okay, if you could play a world tour with any three bands alive today, who would you choose? Is there any city you'd like to play most of all?
Ooh, you know what? I just saw Coven and Lucifer come through not so long ago, and like I said, I love a stage performance, and Coven was wonderful live. They would be amazing to play with, of course. I would have to say Girl School would be super fun to play with. Just because they're one of the first female rock bands I heard when I was a kid, actually through the movie Fubar. Do you know that movie?
No, I
It's like a
don't.
Canadian movie. Yeah, I heard it through the intro of that.
Cuba.
Um, and then probably like Priest. I was
Okay.
gonna say Plasmatics, but obviously can't say that one because you said living. But yeah,
Mm,
Priest
I'll
would
make an
be
exception. We're gonna revive her. I'm gonna
or
go dig up.
Wendio. Yeah,
We'll dig up her grave. We'll, do a little spell,
yeah,
pentagram.
yeah.
She'll be fine with it. Um, I got to see that Coven and Lucifer tour as well. Oh, I love Jinx so much.
So good. Yeah, it was amazing.
Like
Yeah.
crazy about her. Um, so if you could play looking back, what was a big decision you made that turned out to be a great choice?
I would have to say moving to the States. It was it was difficult, and I did it through marriage, which me and my ex are still friends, which is great. And it didn't work out, and that's absolutely fine. And I decided to stay. But in the first place, if we didn't make that decision, and for me to come here, I wouldn't have even been a part of Stainless. This wouldn't even exist right now. And I'm so grateful that it does because it's brought me so much, and it's been so fun playing this kind of music. I feel like I've dipped in so many other genres, like punk bands and then more gothy band and cover bands and whatnot. But this is truly what I feel like I want to be doing musically. So yeah.
Amazing. I'm so glad that you are like doing exactly what you want to be doing musically. That is
Yeah.
very like blessed place to arrive.
Yeah.
Um, moving and marriage are the two most frequent answers to that. And I think this is episode
Really? Yeah.
35. Yeah, it's like moving and marriage are the usually what people
Yeah,
say.
and I did both.
There's only
I did
been
both.
one person who said like having her son, but that's also probably because she's the only person that has a child.
Yeah.
Because then that would probably change something. But
Oh yeah.
what is a performance memory that you will never forget?
Ooh, I have a couple. With going back to that Plasmatics cover set I did, I remember the second time we'd done it, we were headlining on New Year's. This was up in Vancouver, BC, Canada.
Mhm.
And I felt because I'm just wearing electrical tape over my arms, my nipples, and underwear. That's it.
Mhm.
And some grabby asshole decided to grab my ass, and here I am thinking that it's one of my friends. So I turn around smiling. It's not. It's three metalhead looking dudes just like smiling back at me. And I asked which one of them done it. And then two of them pointing at their buddy. They're like, he did it, he did it. And they dove off the stage and just started punching the guy in the face. And
Hmm.
one of my bandmates saw me, but there's so many people in there. He came trying to like run over people and stuff to get to me. And eventually the sound guy and my friends pried me off this dude and kicked them all out. But one of them was like, it was actually me. So I punched
Oh,
the wrong guy. But I don't feel that bad because I turned around and all of them were smiling. So they all kind of deserved it anyways.
yeah. I hope they all got taken out and
Oh
uh
yeah, they got kicked the fuck out for
forbidden.
sure.
that
Yeah.
continue because that
Bottom line, just don't touch people unconsensually, especially
yes,
when I'm putting on a fucking show for you, for fuck's sake. So yeah, so that was one that I won't forget,
I am
but
sorry this
mostly because
happened
of
to you.
retaliation.
I
Yeah,
definitely would have punched them with you if I were there in
thank
spirit.
you. I wouldn't doubt that for a moment.
What?
I wouldn't doubt that for a moment.
Oh, makes me feel good.
Yeah,
Okay,
that was a one to remember for sure.
they totally
Yeah.
deserve that. So do you have any new announcements for us?
Yeah, we have a new four-song EP coming out. It's called Nocturnal Racer.
Ooh.
And yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be released digitally first,
Mhm.
but it will be followed up with a vinyl, which is exciting. We're just waiting on some artwork and potentially might do some videos, so we'll see. Yeah.
Awesome. I'm really enjoying some of the actually pretty low budget creations that have been popping up since the pandemic. A lot of like cell phone
Oh
music.
my gosh, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah. That's
uh
actually how they found me too, is because of the whole music video that we had done because we couldn't play any shows because of the pandemic. So
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, Gita Gash from Sabbath Warlock did like a very cool witchy one that had a ton of rock goddess cameos in it, like not like my rock goddess collection, but somebody like generally. And
Yeah.
then um Castle Rat just released a new one that just like hit the algorithm just right and like blew up. And it's just I was talking to her about it in an episode, and Riley said that they like filmed it on a phone and they had a hair dryer pointed at her hair.
It's amazing.
And it
If
like
it works, you
took
know?
them like 2 hours and
Yeah. I love the behind the scenes of everything.
yeah. So
Yeah.
when you release some new stuff, please come back for another episode and tell us like, some fun behind the scenes fun facts for
I
people.
would love to.
So where can we listen to your music and how can we follow what you do?
Um, we have a an Instagram that we post shows and whatnot on and have quite a bit of live footage and a link to our merchandise as well. So it's called Stainless PDX. So we have that. And then we are on Spotify, Bandcamp, all that. And we do have records for sale still as well. We do have some of those left. So get them while they're hot.
Are they on Bandcamp for sale?
Yes, they are. Yeah.
Okay, I think the next Bandcamp Friday is May 5th. But I gotta double check. Everybody, buy it on Bandcamp Friday. Just go on the website www.isitbandcampfriday.com is the website that will tell you for real. I don't know
Yeah,
who
we have it in our link too. I think in our bio, we have everything attached there. So yeah,
heard.
and everywhere you can stream or listen as well. So yeah.
Super good. Okay, time for a game of picking between vinyl. I will hold up
All right,
two
let's do
vinyl
this.
and you will pick whichever one you want to talk about or you like or you want to say something about. So, Susie Quattro or Shaka Khan?
Ooh, I'm gonna have to say Susie.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say Susie
Why'd
because
you?
I just think that she's so effortlessly beautiful in rock and roll and just I love watching live videos of her perform. She's just such a fucking badass. And yeah, and I grew up listening to her. So yeah, Susie would be my pick for that one.
Yeah, she's got that like mega talent of being flawless at bass and
Yeah, and just like effortlessly just fucking yeah, she's so cool.
you're right, she's totally gorgeous and she I she was one of at least the first three women to ever be on the cover of Rolling Stone. She was on the cover in 1975, the same year that the Runaways were formed. So we know that Joan Jett saw Suzi Quatro and
Oh, absolutely.
yeah,
Totally has like the same kind of vibe in a sense. Yeah.
Yeah, which is great. Like that's what everybody
Yeah, absolutely.
themselves in the same place. Susie Quattro's leather jumpsuits have a pretty cool story too, where she was doing a photo shoot and she told the photographer that she wanted to wear leather, and he said, "No, that's out of style. It's too Elvis." And she said, "Well, what if it's a jumpsuit?" And he said, "Okay, try it." So it's film photography, of course, in the 70s. So it was after the photo shoot that she saw the pictures and she realized that a leather jumpsuit was very sexy. And so that's
That's amazing. I didn't know that.
yeah, and she also really likes them because she can jump around on stage and the clothes don't move. Jumpsuits.
That's always nice. Definitely had yeah, some malfunctions because what else we got here?
Grace Slick.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to say Girl School. And that's a great album too. Yeah, Girl School for sure.
Do you have
Yeah.
a favorite song from Girl School? It doesn't have to be on this album, but any
Um, I
particular.
mean, I have a couple. We actually, um, I have a fun story about New Year's last year. We actually did it was Race with the Devil, but it was the girl school version. And we got Tanya from Shadowland to do it with us,
Ah,
which was amazing. So yeah, that's definitely one of my favorites, although yeah, it is covered by many artists. Yeah.
that's it. The mark of a good song.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, here's a tough one. Bonnie Tyler or Tina Turner?
Ooh, okay.
Challenge.
Um, that's hard. I don't, ooh. They both look so amazing too. Let's see. I'm
I mean,
gonna have to pick Tina.
okay, great.
We just held that up at the same time.
I love Tina Turner so much. Look at
I
these.
know.
Everybody loves Tina Turner.
I used to actually I tried to make a dance routine as a kid to a couple of her songs.
Okay, what is like your go-to Tina dance move? Because I also am obsessed with what the dancers in Tina's shows do. I got to see her for my 18th birthday, and those like
Oh, no way. That must have been
lift
fun.
things,
Oh
like
my God, I know. She's
that.
so everything. She's just like fucking yeah. She looks incredible.
She is incredible. I honestly really need to like do a close study of the Tina, like not just her moves, but her background dancers too, because it is so much energy.
Yeah, because damn. Uh-huh.
Okay. Santa or Pat Benatar?
Um, we'll go with Pat because I love me some Pat. Yeah.
So Pat
Yeah,
Benatar.
we'll do Pat. I love her. She's just and of course, I'm sure this is the thing that happens to a lot of people where they women get. I've gotten compared to Pat Benatar or Hart or Dora, which love all those bands, but as a female singer, it's like that's all people really know. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? But
yeah.
there's so much to her than like just like her hits and whatnot. And
Mhm.
don't get me wrong, I'm okay to get compared to Pat Benatar, but
Mhm.
um yeah, she was just one of the first female artists that I fell in love with, you know. Yeah, and she reminds me of like a little pixie. She's just so cute, but just has so much fire in her at the same time. So
Yeah,
don't mess with Pat.
so tiny. Oh my God. So her career also inspired by another woman. She's half Polish, half Irish, like me, and she grew
Mm.
up in Greenpoint, Brooklyn. She married her high school sweetheart who was like a military dude, and he moved her to New Jersey and gets deployed, and she's like bored out of her mind. So she goes and sees a Liza Minnelli show and is like,
Oh,
that's what I should be doing. So she divorces the man and she goes
hmm.
to New York and she just sings at like, like record
That's amazing.
executives, no band, just sings at them.
That's amazing.
Some guy, one of the
You
guys
go, Pat.
like was like,
Hell yeah.
And she used to say that like there was like a lot of Italians in New York and Brooklyn that she went to high school with, and that they were all like curvy and like had the big thick dark hair, and she didn't feel like she fit in or looked like that, or she felt like
Yeah.
that was pretty. And but she's just like you said, little fiery pixie, and I love her spunk. She's got a lot of spice.
Oh, damn straight she does. That's
Okay.
amazing.
Ooh, I accidentally pulled three, but I don't think it's gonna matter. You have a like a double challenge now.
All right,
Coven,
let's do this.
Betty
Oh,
or
and what's the other one? Ooh. Those are all great. I'm gonna go with Coven though, for sure. And seeing them live was just it was great. Yeah, I had never gotten to see them live before, so it did the whole sacrifice on the altar and everything, and I'm like, damn, I wish that was me up there right now. Please sacrifice me. Let's go. Yeah, no, it's a great album. Oh yeah. When
uh
did you see them?
they came through late December, so it was the very end of their Satanic Panic tour. And
Yeah.
then they were going to New York the next day and then to Mexico City. So I also had tickets to the Mexico City show because they were going to play this big festival called Life After Death. But
Oh yes, yeah.
that fell apart. I ended up going to Mexico City anyway and seeing a bunch of other amazing
Oh,
bands.
amazing.
Yeah,
That's great.
the fest just broke into a bunch of tiny little local shows, and I like knew enough
Well, it's
Mexico.
kind of fun.
Yeah, I knew enough Mexico City people to like um find all the little shows. And so yeah, but Jinx Dawson, there's so much to repeatedly say about Jinx Dawson, right? Like when Ronnie James Dio was an elf, he played bass, while at the same time, Jinx Dawson was already touring with Coven. And
So
so
amazing.
I don't think you can play bass like this, but I have never. So then so then the satanic panic happens because of like the Manson family in California, and everybody's freaking out because rock and roll, it's associated with black people. So it's associated with scary stuff for white people. So then the album gets pulled from shelves, and it's not like in circulation anymore. It's not
Yeah.
getting any radio play. So the Polka Talk Blues Band in the UK changes the singer changes his name to the name of Jinx's bassist, Ozzy Osbourne, and the Polka Talk Blues Band changes their name to the first track on Jinx's album, Black Sabbath. And so then when they get pulled into court for having satanic lyrics in their rock and roll, they get this whole Lollapalooza, circus of media attention, and Jinx is just erased. Mm. So anyway, I have to tell that story like for the rest of my life.
Yeah, no, please. That's wild. Well, there you go.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I know. Sorry, that was like a tangent, but it was
No,
relevant.
that was great. I actually, yeah, I had no idea. Well, there you go.
Um. Well, anyway. Yes. Is there any message you'd like to give to your fans or anything before we skedaddle?
I mean, just don't give up on shit. Like that's something I wish someone had told me. And regardless, I got in here anyways. And don't get me wrong, I have amazing people in my life now that tell me that. But when especially like being a young girl and being seen as one way and like you can't do anything or you're just a set of tits or whatever, which nothing wrong with tits, don't get me wrong.
Everybody loves
Just
to.
believe in yourself. Just fucking believe in yourself and do it and set a goal for yourself and don't give up on it. Just don't. Yeah.
Um, that was so nice. Thank you. Thank you for coming on the show and
Yeah,
chatting.
of course. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Definitely my pleasure. And keep in touch.
All right. Sounds good. Bye.